Today we have an unboxing of the Razer Black Widow 10 keyless light keyboard. And this one comes with the Razer orange switches, which are supposed to be tactile and silent, as you can see here. So here's the back of the box. As you can see here, this is the orange switch that it uses. And the software that you would have to download for this keyboard would be the Razer Synapse 3. So let's get this thing opened up. So inside we have another brown Razer cardboard box. Very nice presentation, as you can see here, by Razer. This is just like the standard kind of Razer pamphlet you would get with all of their products. Okay, so there's a plastic covering and a little thing to cover the cords. Ooh, nice. So these are the O-rings and the keycap removal tool. And this is very useful for me because I've had two mechanical keyboards in the past, a Cherry MX brown switch and a blue switch. And I really wanted that tactile click, but they ended up being a little bit too loud for me, so I kind of went back to membrane keyboards for a little bit until I found out about the orange switch. And it's nice that these are supposed to be silent and tactile anyway, but it's nice that they include extra O-rings to dampen the sound even more. So I will definitely be testing these out, as I do not want a really loud mechanical keyboard. So here's the removable wire, and the cable, as you can see, is all braided, really thick, and it feels really heavy duty. Also comes with a little rubber cable management strap. And here you can see the green accents on the USB cable. This actually looks like it's quite of decent length, which is nice in case your machine is far away from your desk. Okay, so finally we get to the keyboard itself. Just move this box out of the way. And here we go. Here is the keyboard. You can see the nice little Razer logo right there. And first thing I noticed when picking this up is that the base plate is really cold to the touch. So I'm assuming this is made of some aluminum. And here are the orange switches. But from my first impressions, it is a lot quieter than the MX Blues, which I found to be really, really loud. Here's a little side look at the height of the keys and the keyboard. And you can see the stabilizer there for the spacebar. So yeah, everything looks good. I will be plugging this in and showing you guys the LEDs. Okay guys, I just plugged in the keyboard. And here are the lights. I'm not sure if this one has RGB lighting. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but that's fine by me. I kind of just like a more steady, solid color anyway. So here is what it looks like. It is lit up in white color. And yeah, it looks like all the keys are individually lit, which is nice. Now I'm going to turn off this light right here so you can see what it looks like in the dark. Okay, so there it is. Very nice. Not overly bright and not overly dark. Kind of straight in the middle. Let's see. Caps lock. Oh. Okay, that's a nice touch. The caps lock lights up in green to let you know that it is enabled or disabled. What else? Scroll lock? I guess scroll lock does nothing. What about if I do hold the FN? Okay, so that also doesn't change anything. So there is actually a lot of room for adjustment for the backlight level of the keyboard. As you can see, it is on max brightness right now. And let's see, there's currently 1, 20. So there are 20 levels of backlight from completely off to max brightness, which is very nice. So you can customize it to your liking. So I will definitely be testing this keyboard, using it for gaming, installing the O-rings, and see how well this thing does. I will probably be posting a full review on this keyboard in a little bit, maybe once I've had it for maybe a week or a couple weeks or a month. So yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video.